Here we are driving an old Defender when the yard is so full of these reliable Toyotas that... Oh no, wait, is that supposed to be there? Oh. Pulling out Toyotas out of the sand. Still driving our Land Rovers when Toyotas are pushed into a shop. I don't know, I think we made a good choice. Yeah, we had a lot of problems, but we made it. That guy didn't. Overlanders, we've never done this before.
Unreal. Let's throw it in the back before a park ranger gets us.
We gotta wait for it to cool down, we might as well change the radiator.
Oh, maybe that's what the rocking was. So I should show you the problem immediately.
It's obvious, but it's pretty cold.
Is it cold where you're standing? All right, so we're back at Duncan's. Ian was nice enough to give us his wheels and tires, which was super beneficial because those vibrate and bounce and they've got broken belts and stuff. So he would like those back, and then we just have to do an hour and a half of driving with some crappy tires. Are you ready, Brad?
I'm ready for it to be over. It's been good.
It's been good.
It's just time to go.
It's time to go home. So while we're doing the tires. Oh, yeah, godverdorie.
Mustard.
Mustard?
It's getting better. Kind of. Oh, nice. More peanut butter. Things are looking good for you.
I hate peanut butter. But Andy's got a loaf of bread, 2 potatoes, a bag of raisins, some beans. Hey, honey. You got some honey. We're all set.
Tangy mayo.
Oh, all of that needs to get out of there. Vegetable oil. We got some baked beans. All right, we got just enough for some lunch. And he's gonna whip something up while we work on the tires. Because we're just kind of going through the cars, all the things that we broke along the trip. We got some spare parts. So things like this little door latch wasn't working, so we'll pull the door card off. Kind of wipe everything down, clean it up. We really don't want any dust or any crap on there because they're pretty picky about that on the border, so might as well fix it and clean it at the same time. Landies are full of squeaks and rattles and whatever, but it's not Land Rover's fault. It's the mechanic's fault because I just took this door panel off and it's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 little push-ins to keep this panel from rattling, and one of them is in there. None of them fell out, none of them are stuck in the door, they all go into here. And now when you drive down, this thing squeaks and rattles and makes noise, and that's just whoever put this together last just does not care about their job. It's the guy on the bush said too, there's nothing wrong with a Land Rover, but there is a lot of problems with the guys that work on them. Where's that meme where the salesman slaps the roof and goes, this is a brand new Landy. It's been completely disassembled and rebuilt. All it needs is to be disassembled and rebuilt.
What you doing, Brad?
Trying to bolt these seats in. It's a little bit, there's a few tricky spots here.
You got any tricks on that?
I used grease on the last one and honey on the one before that. I need something just to help stick it to my finger.
What about the one before that?
Peanut butter?
Yeah. What do you want to use this time? You want some jam?
I don't know. The seaside air is making things a little sticky inside again. Maybe it might help. I don't know, but yeah, we'll need something.
What a pain in the neck. Okay. I think they are hooked, right? So as soon as the bolt is through.
Take 2.
Is that honey?
Yeah.
It's nice. It's gonna be all covered in ants by the time we get to Canada. Bunch of African red ants.
Sponsored by Golden Crest Honey.
See, the guy that put the seats in last time, he just didn't have any friends. It's impossible to tighten these bolts without somebody on the other end.
You only get 2 shots. More elbow space. Great. That's awesome. It's comparable to a swoop flight to Las Vegas, actually.
Okay, so we're just finishing up some of the small things that we broke, door latches, little stuff, tightening things back down again, putting the seats back in it. And they basically done the trip in Africa, but we are driving these through Canada in a whole other series once they land. We'll show you guys how to export and import and what's involved in that. But there's one very, very important thing you got to remember. If you have an exporter and it lands in Canada in the dead of winter, mention to them to change the coolant with PEEK and not just water, because you can freeze your block and now you need an engine job. I've seen that happen before. This PEEK is actually meant for European stuff. It has Land Rover right on it. We're good to go for 1998 and newer, and this girl is 1999, so we're good. We know that if we put some PEEK in there, we don't have to worry about frozen blocks. Also a good idea that if it does land in the dead of winter and you live in a cold climate, possibly your fuel could gel up too. So they don't put much fuel in the vehicles when they ship them. It's a requirement that you keep the fuel level low. But if it lands in the winter, make sure you top it up right away with winter fuel, which has a higher cetane rating in North America. So from November till April, I believe, the cetane rating is higher so that the fuel doesn't gel. Otherwise, put an additive in it or whatever. But we're gonna swap some coolant in this, and then we're that much closer to finishing up our little thing in Africa. Here we go. All right, Yoda made it to Landy Guru. And look what we found in the parking lot. Brad's already drooling. Look at this beast, 130. And he's just itching to 5.3?
I'm gonna guess 6 liter based on the heads.
Okay.
But yeah, intake's turned around backwards,
Yeah.
drive by wire.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty innovative to save some space up at the front. Still has the customary hot air intake. But what else are you gonna do? Which kind of throws off a little bit compared to where the snorkel is, but that's to be expected here.
But the snorkel just looks sick.
That's why it's there, yes. Catfished. You don't need the snorkel. It's 4 feet higher than every other Land Rover.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick tour through, see what's up. Wheeling and dealing all over the place. This is my kind of yard. Crap everywhere. I wish we would have done some work here at the start of the trip. This is the end of the trip. We're gonna put some nice aluminum rims on it because I can't go back to the Steelies. He says the Steelies sell pretty good here, so we're just trading and working that into the deal. So I'm pretty happy. We're gonna keep going. We got a bull bar for the front. I got the winch for it at home.
Just get the bolt in. Now you can put
Kitchen is
taken 3 days.
I have now. This one.
So while they're doing that, I guess I could do the steering. So they had just the ignition part of the solenoid, not the whole thing. So we should be good. Yeah, perfect. Let's try it. Uh-oh. Nothing. Unless I pop the fuse. Because I did just spark it. Yeah, I popped the fuse. I asked them for this one too, and these holes are all cracked.
Yes.
So I need another one of those too.
Yeah, because we make up these as well.
Oh yeah?
Aluminium, yes.
Yeah, okay, nice. There, we're done. Got ignition, I got wipers. Hey, no more push button. This is for sale on eBay, $480. You can put the link down there. But
$480.
that's a joke. So one of the last things that I was missing was working in the back alley somewhere with a couple locals and just shooting shit and having fun. And then here we are. Everybody just laughing, talking. Yeah, a couple more things to do, and we are on the way. So we're here at Point S Tires, recommended by Landy Guru from Wayne there that we spoke to last night. So we said, bring it to my buddy. He'll swap the tires under those rims real quick. One more wash down the road. We got that lined up, and then we're heading back. So if you do need tires, Point S, they were right on it. Nice and quick, nice clean shop, nice organized. As long as these hold air, that's all we care about. Thank you very much, sir. Because I've been meaning to do this for the entire trip. There's a little bit of a rust stain coming down, and we've already had it detailed once, but it's a real pain to get off. Just need a rag and a little bit of Coke. Oh, you know what? It's not working as good. Maybe they don't allow the dangerous chemicals in Coke in South Africa that they do in Canada and the US, but there's a lot more scrubbing than normal. There it goes, a little bit. I can't believe that. I can start drinking Coke again, because this was what got me off of drinking Coke in the first place, was seeing how quickly it got rid of rust, but it's not coming off. There's something different about South African Coke. Like, it's a little better, but it's not. Usually it's like one way. That's insane. Huh.
You just have Coke stains on your door.
Well, we're gonna get detailed. That's crazy. You really have to scrub. Brad, does the Coke taste different here?
It tastes better.
Better?
Yeah.
So it doesn't take the rust off. So what I want to do is leave it like that, go home, and when we get it at home, use a Coke from Canada and see if it just like wipes off the rest of it. Because you can still see it's still there. That's crazy. That did not go as I thought it would.
Ingredients: carbonated water, sugar, caramel, phosphoric acid, flavoring, and caffeine.
We're just getting the trucks detailed inside, outside, underneath, and then cleaned again when they go on the sea containers. Thank you, thank you. So we should have almost everything. Just a little bit of dust and dirt there, and then we're good. They're doing an excellent job cleaning these vehicles. We've heard some horror stories of vehicles coming into the port and having dirt on them and then getting an $8,000 bill. They can't transfer dirt from one continent to another. We're also taking pictures and video to prove that the vehicles are nice and clean, so we don't get charged with a bogus charge, because we have to take their word for it. When something lands in port, they don't release it to you until you pay whatever fee they decide to hand on you. So that's partly why we're sending it to Halifax. We've heard some pretty bad horror stories in Montreal. At least it helps saying, look, here they are, pictures as they're going into the container, nice and clean. So they're all done, and they've never looked better, actually. I wish we could have driven them like this the entire time. Well, not because of the wiring, but everything else, it's nice, clean, wipe down. Ian, what's it like?
I actually have a black interior now. It's not just yellowish gray the whole way. It's stunning in here. It's brand new, except for my seat covers.
Yeah, which I told him to get rid of, but he refused. I think if you pull those seat covers off, you got brand new seats underneath. You can even enjoy it for a little bit with like a brand new interior.
You know what? But I like these. They're nice. They got holes in them, but they're nice.
All right, back at Duncan's. 3 of the 4 trucks are here now, which is already a success. It's more than we thought. Yeah. Talking to Wayne at Guru, none of this wood can make it over because it's too thick. So Brad's already pulled all the screws out. We have to fold the tent back up again, take it off, remove all the wood. There's just a couple frame rails that we can put the tent back on again, and that should be enough, and then we'll just ratchet strap that down. So then we have to know that we need some sort of solution in Canada when we go to use it again. But we'll fold that up and we should be all set. It's already past half. We're killing it here. Andy's not even here for another 45 minutes.
We're gonna be waiting on him.
I know. Waiting on Andy, that's usually that doesn't. Oh no, wait. Yeah, we wait on Andy for everything. Every single time. Morning, evening, night. While we're here at Duncan's, I'm like, yeah, this door kind of sucks. It's pretty rough. Mechanic here goes, hey, I'm actually taking a 110, cutting the whole back half off and sliding it forward using the back. I don't know what he's doing there. And then this camper is gonna go on a Defender. So he goes, I'll see if the customer wants to sell you those doors, because he goes, I'm not doing anything with it. Check this out. Check out these doors. Same color, a couple small little dents, one there, and one there. No rust, same color, same stripe. So one on each side. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's kind of nice. Look at that. Apparently, you can get pretty carried away with some of this stuff. Saving the wood. You're amazing, Brad. Looks like you've worked on a deck before. So this is at a Duncan's. We have cleaned them, we have washed them, we have maintained them, we have emptied them. We have given all of our extra pieces away, food, clothing, boots, really traveling home lightly. And from here on out, it is in Duncan's hands to get these in shipping containers and send them home. Damage. All right, so we're in Halifax, and this is a very exciting day because our Landies have made it all the way from Cape Town. A little bit behind schedule. It got delayed shipping in Cape Town, and then it got stuck in Rotterdam for a couple weeks, and it got stuck in Montreal for a little bit. So we were hoping to drive these back earlier already, but we're super excited. So looks like they're in great shape. The straps are all there. Looks like Duncan did a good job. A little tight, I'm sure, to drive them out, but I think we can climb through the... What the heck? Neil!
Hey guys!
What are you doing?
I thought I'd come visit Canada.
You get out. Where's the bucket? Where's the bucket? Neil, where did you poop?
I don't think you want to know the answer to that question. But it's good to see you guys. It's cold here in your neck of the woods.
It is cold.
Yeah.
We'll get you out. We'll take you home.
Okay.
All right. They're gonna unstrap them for us. They're gonna roll them out. I can't wait to drive these across Canada now. Here we go. All right, so all our tools are in here. We're gonna hook the batteries up and properly, they didn't tighten anything down. And they're just gonna roll that one out because I think the seats are in the way. So one big plus is we had a meetup and one of the guys had a Defender and he said poke your water in all these holes that are in the frame and wait until all the water comes clear because it's full of sand. As the salt gets on the sand and then we under oil inside there, it becomes a giant disaster. It rots from the inside out. But this one actually looks really clear and clean. So all the water is coming out super clear. So we don't have sand inside. So we'll put it inside, put the dehumidifier on, we'll blow it kind of dry. We'll change the oils while we're waiting, and then we're actually in good shape. So this one's not all caked in sand, which is kind of hard to believe, but good sign. Okay, so because it took so long to get these things into Canada, we're now into December. The original plan was to try and have them in October, driving home with our families, hit up all the campgrounds on the way home with the beautiful colors of the fall, but that didn't happen. Now it's freezing cold, but luckily we got away with it, and there's no salt on the road yet. So a viewer of ours, Liam, graciously offered us his shop and his hoist so we can jack this thing up, make sure it's nice and clean underneath, and we're gonna hit it with some fluid film right away to protect it because I know we're gonna hit some snow on the way home. So we got a few things to fix. I got a bad vibration on this. I hope it's just a low tire. We gotta check some tire pressures. We're gonna do some oil change on it, check all the fluids, because I really don't want to fix this thing by the side of the road in Ontario or Quebec or New Brunswick or Nova Scotia, which is all the provinces on the way home. And we're doing this while Yoda is getting the new Nitto tires put on it because their tires are crap. We knew that. First thing we did was put some good winter Nitto grapplers on there. That way we don't have to change a flat tire and we're not going into the ditch because we have zero tread left on the tire. So lots of things happening all at once. But yeah, I'm very excited that these are now in Canada. So let's jack this thing up and take a good look. Tires were very low, so hopefully that is the vibration. All right, so Liam made it home. Liam, thanks for opening up your shop.
No problem.
Yeah. What do you do?
So I'm an industrial engineer and I work in construction for my living, and this is just a hobby out of hand.
Nice.
I mean,
so you do a little bit of overlanding, a little bit of
Yeah, mostly in the tuner car scene, funny enough, but I have more fun with trucks.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a bit of a rat race in the tuner scene, so every time I go out in trucks with the guys, it's a lot of fun, and that's what I end up wrenching on most of the time anyway.
Right on.
So.
Right on. So this is up your alley.
It really is. Yeah, I'm a Land Cruiser guy myself, but I got time for such a good looking truck for sure.
Nice, nice. Awesome. Well, we're gonna make a bit of a mess in your shop. Just change some oils and go over it, and we really appreciate it. So.
No problem.
Yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, oh, this thing's really good.
Isn't that nice?
Oh yeah.
Like just.
Well, and it's cool with this too. Like you see this on a lot of imported 79 series where it's been driven, but it's not rusty.
Right, right. It's so nice. That's why of all the things in the comments, like what a piece of crap. I'm like, look, I don't even care if I have to push it into the container. It's worth what we paid for it just because there's no rust.
Oh,
It's like spotless. Yeah. Alright, so these engines have already conquered Africa. We got a little 300 TDI and our TD5. They've been under the extreme heat, dusty, dirty conditions, and now we brought them over to Canada. Now they have to deal with extreme cold starts, while still lubricating everything with its full synthetic capabilities under all of these conditions. We have about 2,000 kilometers to get home, and at least we know the engines are well protected. Here we go. I'm trying to fix the heater, so trying to see if we got some power here. And I don't even know how this stupid heater box works in here, where the fan is, but the fan, I think the fan is on the inside there. But unfortunately, we've got the air conditioning. So we've got a really nice air conditioning that works good, but it's blocking this fan. So I don't know how to get this fan on.
This is the hot one.
I guess let me see if I've got continuity here. If the fan's burnt out, then we're in trouble. We have to get some sort of other heater. Okay, good. So we got continuity. So it's not like open. But this one's burnt out here. You can see my 12 volt there is burnt out. Okay, so I don't think we've got power to the plug, so that's good. There we go. This way. What happens if we just give it 12 volts? Yeah, so I'm getting 12 volts here. We don't need fan selection, we just need it on full. We also don't need to cause fires. She doesn't want to go. Like, it's not spinning. It should be trying to spin.
Common for old stuff to get jammed in the fan blades. Too.
Still don't have ground there. But it's easier to jump a ground than it is a power. Just get these drywall screws out of here. That blower fan is just solid. I can move it like an eighth of an inch. And then it's like
WD-40 on there?
solid. Spinning.
Oh,
Blow that all over the windshield.
yeah.
Like, it's covered. I don't think that it's gonna do anything, but I get, like, it's only 4 volts more than like a 14 volt, so. Oh. So my wires are getting pretty hot there.
Yeah. How about some 12 gauge?
We'll do some 12 gauge. Like, can we not just put like another blower in here? Like a 12 volt that will just suck it and blow it in? It'll do the same thing. Like, we just need a little fan.
Probably the battery running low, not it dying.
No. Really? See, I think it's drawing so much, it's actually slowing down. That's 18 volts though. And it's barely turning. Oh, and it's getting hot, and it's slowing down. That's not gonna do it. Okay, so our blower fan is completely shot. We can't get that going. That was an afterthought on my part. I should have thought about that before. So instead, we're adding a battery and just a little plug-in heater on a 12 volt, pointing at the dash. Hopefully we can still see. Maybe I can fix Yoda's heater. So with Yoda, you can just flip the seat up. With this one, you gotta take the seat right off. And you gotta take the center console out just to get at it. It's warm. It's not bad. Will it last 20 hours?
Oh, let's hope so.
I got
That
two.
isn't bad.
It's not terrible. You
Yeah.
point it here, and the trick is to flip the visor down so that it kind of curls around and goes right to your face.
Right.
Okay, well that's easy. It's too cold. Okay, got Barbie going. Got a little bit of temporary heat. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold. Hopefully we can make it. But we got Yoda back, so we got these wicked Nitto grapplers on it. So now at least we can go through the snow if we have to. Also doesn't have heat, so I gotta fix that. Change the oil, check all the levels, and do a little bit of under-oiling. And the headlights are still an issue, so I gotta try and fix that too. So lots to do. So little time to do it. It's already getting late. I gotta get it done. Alright, let's see if the shut off works. Hey! Okay, so I just hot wired it, but that does seem to work. So it's still fused. It's not happy. It's not in great shape, but it's working. So that's as long so it's on high all the time, but that's okay. If you haven't watched the previous Africa episodes, you absolutely have to. We kind of finagled and cobbled this thing together to get us the 6,700 kilometers, and one of those was the shut-off solenoid. Now we bought the shut-off solenoid from Three Brothers, and we bought some other parts, but we're so far behind schedule, and we really want to get going home that I'm not doing the proper wiring, because I want to do that in my own shop with my own tools and my own heat, unless we sell it. I still don't even know what to do. Either way, I'll do a better job at home than I am doing here. I'm gonna give you one headlight, okay?
Thanks, man. Gets me down the road.
There's a fuse for your left high beam and left low beam, and then right high beam and right low beam. And there's not really enough hot spots I could plug them all into safely, so I'm just gonna give you one. If the light burns out, we just move the wire over, and then you'll just have the other headlight.
Oh, I could use the fuse from the blower motor, because that doesn't seem to work at all. Oh, I've been gone for a few minutes. Oh, wow. Oh, this is exciting.
That's the fan. That's the fan. I gave her full tilt. And it's only full tilt. You might have to crack a window. Okay, so we went out and bought some soulless driving lights. I don't think they're actually legally driving lights, but we're having issues with our normal headlights. So we're gonna throw these on. Hopefully these fit in there. They're all LED. We could change the dimness on them, or the brightness of them. And then we need a winch yet. We're gonna swing by Princess Auto and grab that. So apparently we're driving through some places that have had like a few feet of snow already anyway. I still don't have the lights working on Barbie, the ones that were never plugged in the first place. But it's got decent headlights, and some of those lights are working. So These are pretty. The Solus is actually made by ARB. They weigh a ton. Nice Deutsch connectors on them, so hopefully wiring won't be too bad. Some mounting brackets. We have one that's a floodlight and one that's a driving light. You can get 2 floodlights or you can get 2 driving lights. We got one of each, and then we'll see if we like that, and then we just only have to buy one other one if we don't like one or the other. We also have a bunch of KC lights for the roof rack, but we're gonna throw those on in another place because this should be enough to get us through where we need to go. So here we go. I have to make new brackets to hold these up. I think the bracket that they're on needs to be flipped the other way so I can tilt them down lower, but we're not gonna do that here. You got 2 positives and 2 negatives, 1 for each light. This harness plugs into both of them. What is my extra black and yellow and orange for?
That orange one, I bet, is for a headlight high beam connection.
Yeah. I'm thinking this is for the driving light. Oh, I don't want to tie it into the... Anyway, I gotta find a hole in my firewall. I'm just gonna go straight to the battery. And then this is my on-off, my...
It has a button, does it?
Yeah, so it just has brighter and dimmer.
Here's a crazy question. Did they come with instructions?
I think so, but I don't know. I opened the box.
If it has a wiring diagram, that'd be way
No, I'm sure that's it.
Oh, yep, there. ARB gear is perfectly designed for Toyotas for the most part. This is not a Toyota. Be about the closest match or crinkle tube that I can pull out of the cabinet here, so I think this is what we're gonna have to run with it. Well, with you guys here, I'm trying to do some of my best work here, but I can already see the comments if this makes it in the video, Aaron. You know, you should have used the wrench trick, or that's not the way I did. The internet has not done great things for helping people think for themselves, so there you go. You guys don't have a block or anything, I'll just put it right on the terminals for now, I'd say. Okay.
Laying there somewhere.
That was it.
The box lights up?
Yeah.
Kind of hot wiring this again just to get this working. We're supposed to go into the headlight switch. Our headlights are already I don't want to put anything else on the headlights because we already kind of hot wired that. One more switch, but this is just like emergency, just in case the headlights don't work. So originally this gets power from your headlight when your headlight's on, and this was supposed to get ignition. Now this is giving it ignition. And I probably have to run one ground to there, but if we do this, you want to try it and see if we need the black?
Yeah, plug them both in.
Yeah.
We know the controller will come on. You guys will honestly be the ones to let me know if it
Oh, there we go.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. It's flashing.
is on full time.
No,
Both of them or just one?
both.
Okay. Hold on. Maybe it's because of that we don't have the ground going. Keep going, keep going. That's good. That's some heavy duty. I've never seen that many 16-inch fuses in a truck that has no electronics. Fuse panel's hurting.
Nice. Yep, both are on.
Alright, I think that's it. Awesome. Liam, thank you very much for the hospitality. It was great. Wiring the last little bit. I feel much better. We can actually see.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope you guys have a safe trip home. It's a nice drive from here to Ontario, so.
I'm just worried about the weather.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we got her under-oiled. I feel really good about it. I don't care if we hit some slush and some salt and whatever now. We'll see how we go. A little bit of heat, we'll be all set. One of the highlights of our road trips is getting to meet our viewers, and we got to do that in Nova Scotia and in New Brunswick. I wish we would have been able to spend more time with you guys. We would have liked to check out some more projects on a personal level, but we had to keep moving because of the delays. But we plan to come back in the future. We're hoping to do another road trip with the Defenders out here and do some proper camping. All right, so we left Halifax and we are now on our way to Magnetic Hill, which is a hill that pulls your truck uphill. I think it's an optical illusion. It was still pretty cool to see. The sun was out, but it's just disappearing now. We got a little bit of heat coming out of here. We got blankets. We can just see our breath. It's a little bit chilly, but I'm worried about the snow that's coming up ahead of us. So we'll see what happens. We got 2 hours to go. The trucks are running good. We've been driving for about an hour now with no issues. So if anything breaks now, I wouldn't have been able to really predict that. I think they're in pretty good shape. So we got gloves on, we got tubes on. I think we can make it. We got about 19 hours to go.
Neil, we didn't get to road trip. You just reminded me of this you just told me this right now. Neil and I didn't drive together the whole trip through Africa. Is that correct? Is it really?
Not once. And
Wow.
I never drove in this one.
So we did it. We did it. We're together. Ebony and Ivory, baby.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. That's why. Oh no! Suck me in.
I feel like we're going up because we're going down.
yeah. Just push on the brake. Yeah, you're not gonna believe this, guys, but we're actually going down. Going down.
Oh no. What? Why did I lose the fan belt? Belt still looks okay. That's really weird. I think we're okay.
At least 2.5.
No, this is the problem. That pulley shot. Yeah, see, either pulley's gone. I gotta pull it off. I said I was wondering why my fuel mileage was so terrible, because according to Andy, my driving is 25% more efficient than his. And I'm like, I could have been at least 28.
Which is weird because you drive like this, so you technically you're driving.
I'm driving a lot further. I'm putting a lot more kilometers on. It's hard not to, like, you're so trained to be at this part of the road that far beside the yellow line, right? We lost an idler pulley. Luckily, Napa says they can replace the bearing, or they have bearings for it. So hopefully, we're gonna take some tools with us. We might have to punch that bearing out, but hopefully they have it for us. So We're gonna park in this guy's driveway with a note. Did somebody leave a note? You ready to note? Alright, so we're on our way to Napa. We've got icy roads. We've got luckily brand new Nitto grapplers on the truck, but we've got about 10 minutes to spare for trying to find a bearing for this idler pulley. So I think we can make it, but it is a beautiful drive. Everybody's in Yoda. We're pretty compact here now.
Yeah. This has been the warmest part of the trip so far.
Alright, so I was driving like kind of a moron, but I wanted to get there fast. And he closed early because of Christmas. And we knocked on the window. The most grumpiest Napa counter person I've ever seen.
It's 4:30 right now?
Yeah. We still had time. But he did not want to serve us. But luckily we got a bearing, we got a hammer and a punch.
Thanks to Andy.
Thanks to
the
Andy.
part number. Yeah. He said no. He said he didn't have it.
He didn't have the bearing. He goes on Rock Auto and he says, gets the bearing number.
He came out with it. Yeah, I don't have it. So I don't know what you guys want me to do. I looked through them all. It's like, well, do you have this one? Oh, I think he just wanted to get us out of there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a surprise.
Do you have any idlers? I looked through all of them. I don't have any other idlers. Let me just give you one off of Germax, a rib Germax idler.
Yeah.
I need a good hard surface.
I hate to state the obvious, but it's pretty cold.
Is it cold where you're standing?
Yeah.
It's cold where
Is it
I'm
cold where you're
standing.
standing too?
Yeah.
Hey, pop the hood, get some heat.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, no, might as well.
I got a bunch of good ideas.
Yeah, these LEDs don't put off near as much heat on your important parts. I don't know how I'm gonna get the last little bit out, but we'll figure that out when we get there.
When the rebel inside is so
delightful. I need a hole.
like a pipe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I just want to touch my turbo.
It's the hottest part of the engine I can touch.
Yeah. Get the part.
This is no joke, eh?
No.
You've got to be even colder.
Yeah.
Touching all those.
Oh, it's not so bad.
Is it?
It's manageable. So we stopped at a random house. We didn't think anybody was home, but somebody was home. Super nice guy, and he's about my dad's age, so they're inside right now, probably having a coffee. Look at that, spinning so nice.
Yay. So what caused this?
The bearing it can only spin so many billion times before it's like, and you can't predict stuff like this other than like, okay, my engine is 400,000 kilometers on it, it's time to rebuild it, and then you replace things like this.
Or the mechanic at Last Auto is like, I can't believe that used idler pulley lasts them all the way through through Africa and into through Nova Scotia.
Those dumb
That's
idiots.
incredible. That's the longest I've ever seen a used idler pulley last.
I should have asked you to pull up a diagram of the belt. You guys have no service, eh?
I'm SOS.
Has to go up and over this one. Now what's the tensioner? Tell me if the tensioner comes back. That's all the way. I'm holding the tensioner right now.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yep, right there.
Okay, almost got it. Can I put a screwdriver in on that or no?
Hold on, nope. Just need to turn the engine over.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask.
I got her, Andy. They're on all of them, so I should pull over that. Okay, that should be it.
Yep.
They go way better?
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Yep. You wanna? Here, I'll turn it over. You take a look, just to be sure.
No. So the edge of the belt got chewed, but just slightly. We're good. That's it. Let's warm up by the fire. Meet a friend. I shouldn't have done that. Look, with the engine running, putting that down, because that blade would have caught my finger. That was your fault. You gotta, Rich, stop it! Working on a running engine. It's always the guy on the side, because my brain is gone, right? Okay. I'm too much into it, but with that fan shroud off, that fan will take my finger right out.
God. He was like, hold on.
It's your fault.
So what did I do wrong again?
Usually Andy's like, no, Rich, don't do that, don't do that.
So it's Andy's fault then.
Where were you, Andy?
Andy, blow for me. What's the temperature now?
At minus 15.
Yeah, minus 15.
It's like a drive. Okay, so we woke up to this. A couple inches, it's minus 14 Celsius.
Yeah, feels like minus 14 though. So
when we landed here last night, it was minus 20 Celsius, which is pretty cold. But we're doing okay. We took the trucks to grab some heat pads, and it's warming up. So we're heading to Montreal, and it'll be about 0 again by the time we get there. So I gotta check Yoda's oil. Okay, so we have no oil in Yoda. You can see how thick that oil is. So I think we got a bad leak somewhere. I gotta check that oil filter. It's like coming out the top of the valve cover. Look at this. That is thick. That's cold. It's 4 engines.
exactly like Africa. Instead of rocks, giant piles of rocks and sand dunes, it's mountains and trees coming through New Brunswick into Quebec here. So pretty much the same. 60-degree temperature differential. But here it holds up. It's pretty fun.
It is cold, but Neil is surviving. We've sacrificed clear window and just pointing the heater directly at his face. We've got blankets. We've got heated steering wheel. Hold on. These little packs. Just put your hand on it. Heated steering wheel. We're all set. Isn't this wonderful?
It's just amazing. Who wants to go to Cuba? We got Montreal in wintertime.
With a truck that has no heat.
Yeah.
It is beautiful scenery. It is starting to warm up a little bit. So I think now it's getting more sloppy. But we got about an hour to go to Quebec City. We're gonna do some filming there. and then we're gonna try and hit Montreal tonight yet, and then one more night in the hotel, and then do the last 6 hours to home. And as we're driving through Quebec, wouldn't you know it, Ian gets the call and says that his Defenders have landed and are already in the port. So originally we planned to drive these all home together. 4 Defenders driving through Canada would be pretty cool. Unfortunately, our shipment got separated and Ian's was supposed to land a week after ours. But wouldn't you know it, we're driving through Quebec, and with all our delays, Ian got the call to say that his Defenders have landed and they're ready for pickup. And because he timed his flight perfectly, he had 0 issues, went to the warehouse, grabbed his Defenders, and headed home.
Okay, so we got my green truck back and my white one as well. Both of them managed to land in Halifax, no issues. We do have one issue now though with the green truck's battery not charging. So it's not starting, it just kind of cranks once and then it dies. So we got it hooked up with some jump leads to the white truck. Hopefully that will give it enough juice. We're just gonna give it like 10 minutes or so. And then if that doesn't work, we might have to run to Canadian Tire, buy a new battery, and hopefully there's nothing else that went wrong on its voyage over. When it was brought into the container, there was no issues with it, but you know, whatever, 3 months on the ocean, maybe something happened. But yeah, we're gonna keep on giving it a go and see if it turns over. All right, so kind of funny story. So I was just said that it's the battery that was dead. It wasn't the battery, there's nothing wrong with the battery. The issue was when the car was put into the container and the battery was disconnected, the immobilizer was, I guess, like engaged, or it was activated. So on the dash, I'll show you really quick. On the dash, there's a little light right there, and that little light was red. And then, okay, whatever, maybe it's just the battery light. Turns out I hadn't opened the doors, closed them, then locked the car, unlocked it, which then allowed it to start, and it started immediately. So what was happening is it was just kind of clicking over as opposed to like actually sparking, probably because the immobilizer was like, you don't have the right key here, or you haven't deactivated the immobilizer. So note for you, if you ever disconnect the battery on your car when you're shipping it and then you have to spark it up again, make sure you lock and unlock the car, otherwise it's not going to work.
So Ian's engine oil light came on. I think it's confirmed that some oil is leaking. But we're just gonna top it up, drive, and see how bad the leak is.
Okay, quick update. So we're driving back. We are 15 minutes outside of Fredericton, and I got a low coolant warning on. So we pulled over just to double check. Oil's fine on it. Took a second to check that, but we're gonna stop at a Canadian Tire and get some more coolant for my white truck, not the Puma. And then we keep going. Puma's doing absolutely flawlessly.
Okay, so one other thing we didn't think about is our washer fluid was definitely not rated for -20 as well, so our washer bottles are frozen solid.
Now we gotta see off the windshield every once in a while here, so make it as far as we can.
Regardless, about 2 hours to the next hotel in Montreal, and then 6 hours home from there. It's been a cold day, cold couple days. I'm ready to go home, even though we are having a lot of fun.
With my two trucks, I had my friend Rohit drive the Puma back while I drove the TD5. Unfortunately, we didn't make the whole trip under our own power. Just outside of Cornwall, we ended up having to make use of our CA memberships and get a flatbed to come rescue us. On the east side of Quebec City, the TD5 developed some sort of issue that capped us at 85 kilometers an hour, which meant we were looking at least 7 hours back to Toronto. We crawled along as long as we could manage, but since we both had work at 9 a.m. the next morning, towing it was the only option. I hopped into the Puma and we followed the tow truck the rest of the way until we finally made it back home to Toronto.
Hey. We're heading home today.
Yeah?
It's cold, but it's going to be way warmer where we're going, and we all get to see our families. Looking forward to it. Woo!
I'm glad to end on them because we did go through some salt.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a good bath when we get home. 6 hours to go, and I think we're on the home stretch. We are now close enough to home that our AAA, what we call CAA, can tow us the rest of the way. So we just need to make it back to the airport and go grab the 06. So it's gonna be a good day. We're going home. Because we're about 3 hours from home, about an hour and 50 minutes from the 06 at the airport, and we've seen 4 or 5 jackknife tractor trailers, a couple vehicles in the ditch, and terrible weather. So I think we're starting to get freezing rain now, so we might not even be able to make it the whole way. We've got like an hour to get to the other side of it as the thing is coming this way, but pretty shitty conditions with no heat.
Oh, that must have happened.
Barbie and Yoda are home, and the first thing we did obviously was wash them because we did get caught in some snow. The good news is that we are doing a giveaway for the exact setup that we're using to clean this, a really nice vacuum and a really nice pressure washer, just to take care of your own vehicles, knock the salt off, get the crap out of the inside of the interior. So if you head to debossgarage.com, you can see the link on how to enter. It's free to enter. Members get discounts if you want to buy the unit, but check it out. It's a nice way to maintain your vehicles because this thing is a 99 and we need like another 20 years out of this thing. So. So we got them home, and I know what you guys are all thinking. Are we killing ourselves with the food in Canada? Well, let's take a look. We got some a fresh bottle of Christmas Coke here. We got them back just in time for Christmas. We still got the stain here. We got a little bit of a streak here that I couldn't get off, and this was the 2 stubborn streaks coming down here. So let's see if Canadian Coke is different than South Africa, and I think it just burned into the paint because it's not coming off. Those are some stubborn rust stains. And it's not rusty, it's just a tiny little streak coming down. I think we just need to cut it. Yeah, the paint's pretty yellow. All right, let's look at the ingredients here. It's not bad. Carbonated water, sugar, fructose, caramel color, phosphoric acid, natural flavor, and caffeine. That's not the laundry list that I thought it was gonna be. I'm still not gonna drink it. I hate this stuff. Ian's got our doors. So this is the worst one. It's not rotten anywhere. Underneath is nice and clean except for this door. And I don't know what happened, whether water got in at some point or not, but we've got the 2 rear doors to put on. and also the back fifth door, whatever. Now for Barbie, we're gonna go and pull the oil pan, check the rod torque and the main torque. We're gonna pull the valve cover, do a valve set on it, retorque the head. So I feel confident in it. There was a lot of work done to it. It doesn't leak. It's nice and clean underneath, and it is the only one that doesn't mark its territory wherever we go. So I think it has been gone over. We're gonna put all the little missing clips back into the interior. There's a couple seat belts missing, little odds and ends, but I think we are gonna put both of them for sale. I'm torn as to which one I like more. That one is beautiful inside. It's really boss to drive around, whereas Yoda is still kind of that authentic. It gives me that vibe going back to Burkina Faso with rattly old TDI and sloppy shifter and no power, but just having that great time. The smells, the noises, it's amazing how that takes you back. But we're gonna put both of them for sale, and whichever one doesn't sell, we'll keep and do whatever to. We might put the OM606 in one of them. We can build these to how you guys want it too. If you guys want Yoda, but you want the TD5 in there, not the 300, I'd be okay with pulling the TD5 out of Barbie, putting it in Yoda, selling that, and then taking the OM606 and putting that in Barbie. So really it's up to whatever the market decides. We can sell Yoda in the United States. We cannot sell Barbie yet for another 5 years, I don't think. This was absolutely epic. It was amazing that I got to go with my dad on the Halifax trip. He had a riot as well, and I highly encourage you guys to do something like this. And if you take the wrong people, the wrong tools, and the wrong vehicles, it can be a nightmare, but we absolutely had a blast, and if we did it again, I would do it exactly the same. Once we sell one of these, we'll have another little bit of income, and we're looking to do something like this again, whether that be South America this time, going up from Brazil or Argentina or wherever, maybe Dubai. There's a bunch of good Land Cruisers in Dubai, and it's because of you guys we can do something like this. Hopefully some of you can live kind of vicariously through our trips, but again, it doesn't have to be overseas. Go to another county, to another state, to another province, buy something cool with your friends, drive it home, have some fun. These vehicles, as far as I'm concerned, don't owe us anything now at all. It paid for the trip, the memories. It's all a bonus from here on in, and that's the great thing about these vehicles. They're more than just plastic and rubber and steel. They're now, they become a part of you, and it's very cool that we get to experience this through the YouTube channel and through you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Merry Christmas, and we will see you very, very soon again. We've got lots of updates on the hybrid. Things are happening quicker now. Bronco's running, the Silverado is getting tidied up. Those are all coming up soon. So thanks again for watching, and remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich. Get out there and work on it. Here we go.